Good morning, my Aquariuses. It's Monday morning and we are doing your reading. I am actually Saturday pre-recording these. I found out yesterday my surgery went from, first of all, it went from 1 p.m. down to 7:30 in the morning. And also it's going from a 3-hour to a 5-hour surgery. So hopefully I'll be out by 1 p.m. Either way, I'm not here actually doing your reading. So we have to pre-record, right? Good news. Look at this. I got this deck yesterday. I went out to dinner and listened to live music with a friend, and she's like, "Hey, Stacy, we gotta go check this shop out." I found this deck. It is incredible. I did see it's on Amazon as well. Tarot of the Abyss. So if you like it, it takes a lot for me to really be pulled towards decks. And this is like, look at this High Priestess card that was at the bottom of your deck. I mean, that's amazing. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's get going. You're like, Stacy, I'm too busy for your nonsense. Get with it, lady. Get with it. Give me my messages so I can go. All right, Aquarius, I hear you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Aquarius. What do the Aquariuses need to know? If you are an Aquarius, feel like being Aquarius, just stopping by, you are all welcome. You are all welcome. We're all inclusive here, Aquariuses or non-Aquariuses. Okay, what do my King of Swords have in store? That almost rhymes. I almost had some mad rhymes there. Okay, general energy for the Aquariuses. General energy for the Aquariuses. What needs to come out? Ooh, 9 of Wands. Protecting your energy. See how he's holding on to the Ace of Wands, his essence? He's literally defending and blocking to protect his 8 of Wands, his life source, his energy behind. And that's also the never giving up card. You're almost there. What's influencing the 9 of Wands? But this dude's been beaten up. He has been beaten up. What is influencing the 9 of Wands? The High Priestess. I love it. Cancer energy. 9 of Wands is Sagittarius. I think your intuition, there's either you're holding on to something, you know that it's almost there, like don't give up. It's almost at completion, right? Or intuitively, I feel like, well, we'll see when more cards come out. Then the High Priestess is silent on what she knows, but she's always analyzing the situation. Very, very wise. Very wise, very intuitive. I'm just looking at her yin and yang. Okay, she knows. You know the truth. What's influencing this? What is influencing this for Aquarius? What's influencing this for Aquarius? The Page of Pentacles. This, I was just reading about it. I was reading through the book because every tarot, I just said the same thing in Taurus's reading. It's amazing. So if you use the same type of cards, you tend to, like when you learn tarot, you memorize certain definitions. Then when you use different cards and that with your intuition, you get cemented to certain cards having, a certain meaning. But then here comes a deck that comes along that it forces you to see things in a completely different light. And with this Page of Pentacles see the mountain behind him? I feel like I'm reading for an Aquarius who's gone through you've had to really climb some mountains in your life. You've had to go through some shit. But what you found, like he found this key. It's like a key of knowledge, a key of wisdom, a key of hope. It's a new beginning. He has this key. So it wasn't for nothing. It wasn't for nothing. So this is signifying, I do feel like almost like a wheel of fortune, like things are about to change for you. Things are about to change for you. And I feel like the High Priestess is saying intuitively, don't give up. There is something, and this is also the good news card. So if you have been struggling, I really feel like things are about to change. 2 of Pentacles, again, getting your balance back. Maybe getting your money balanced. It could be, yeah, the pages always can talk about like good news coming your way. And Pentacles definitely can be around money. And I almost never go back to that original meaning in cards, but I definitely see that. Okay, but I feel like this is saying intuitively, not to give up whatever situation this is, because it's about to go your way, Aquarius. What is in the past? What's in the past? What is in the past? Queen of Cups. I think this is you. Cancer energy. We have Cancer, Sagittarius, and then Earth sign. I feel like this is you. Queen of Cups is, she's looking out. I know it's hard to see it. in this drawing, but she's looking out her window, and the waves are nuts out there, and she can calm the waters with a little whisper. The Queen of Cups is highly intuitive, and I feel like I am reading for somebody who is highly intuitive. You probably have a lot more power than you realize. You're probably a great manifester, maybe more than you realize. It's kind of like, oh, isn't that weird? I was just thinking of that person and they called me, or I was just thinking about the song and it played. I feel like you have the power to bring things into existence, but I just want to give you a warning. You can bring bad things into existence. So always be careful where you place your thoughts. Try to keep them high vibe. Try to manifest what you want rather than what you don't want. That's just a side point for somebody out there. But I feel like the Queen of Cups, I feel like I'm reading for somebody who has a lot of love, a lot of balance. And I feel like you're not good at just calming yourself in situations, but other people. And I feel like whatever this is, I think in your heart of hearts, you know it's going to go your way. You know things are going to get better. You know your bank account's going to rise. You know love's going to come in. You know that relationship is going to come in that you've been waiting for or fighting for. It's just, it's going to happen. That's what I'm feeling here. What's on your mind? What's on your mind, Aquarius? What is on Aquarius's mind? Oh my gosh, I did not know the awakening. I didn't know there's these cards in here. Wow, I love that. It's the awakening is knowing. It's very like judgment. It's knowing something to be true. Therefore, it is true. But it's awakening, I think, into your life, maybe you're awakening into your own powers. Maybe you're awakening into realizing that, geez, I always thought I had this in me, and it's kind of tapping into this and trying to learn about this, maybe even with the Page of Pentacles, learning more about yourself and what you can do within your manifesting. Because this is hugely like intuitive. Like, I think I'm really reading for somebody who has very, very strong psychic abilities, but I don't know if you quite know it. Nine of Wands, though, I feel like you've had some struggles in your life. I mean, I know you could be like, Stacy, who hasn't? But no, this person has had a lot of struggles in their life. This person has been underestimated a lot in their life. They've been put down. They've been compartmentalized. They've been labeled. They've been overlooked. They've been a wallflower because they just don't want to rock the boat. And they realize every time they spoke up in the past, they rocked the boat, probably around narcissistic energies. But the biggest thing is you kept balance, you kept love in your heart, you kept hoping. The hope has always been alive within you with the Queen of Cups. And I feel like this is you awakening. This is a new chapter in your life. That old chapter with those hills you had to climb are over, Aquarius. It's over. This is a new chapter, a new abundant, happier, more powerful within you chapter. What's in the near future? What's in the near future for Aquarius? What's in the near future? In the Three of Swords. I was just reading about this. In this deck, they have two cards for the Three of Swords and they have two cards for the Ten of Swords. There's two different meanings. And I kind of knew, but it was just fascinating reading about it. The Three of Swords, how some people read it, is knowing. It's the Ace of Swords is getting clarity on what you want. It's that new beginning. It's that aha moment. The Two of Swords talks about duality, what to pick, what to choose. The Three of Swords says, now I know. It's when you know something that was murky, didn't know, that you didn't know in the past. The Three of Swords is knowing. It's just simply knowing. I think this is you knowing where the hurt stems from. This is you knowing where this came from, like this Nine of Wands, like who did this to you. And I feel like, Aquarius, I think this hurt and this pain you have been carrying around for some time. And I don't know if she meant to draw it like that, but she almost looks cracked, her body. And it could be just pieces of hair. And I feel like we have the Queen of Cups on the left and we have this Three of Swords on the right. And I feel like your essence and your soul has always been there. Even if physically, with this Nine of Wands, it's taken a beating from you. Life has beaten you up. But this is what remains. Your heart has remained intact. Okay. Okay, let's clarify. That's fascinating. I didn't know the awakening though. Look at that image. Aquarius, give me. That is amazing. It's like whatever this was for you. Is that a snake? It is a snake. You grew wings. It's like you earned your wings. Whatever this life lesson is, let's say you had you had a shitty upbringing and you got bullied and people didn't understand you and every freaking thing seemed like a struggle. I feel like these were all life lessons for you to be who you were meant to be in this awakening card, for you to bring that out and to be the strongest version of you. I feel like this is the next chapter in your life. You've earned those wings. And you see the snake, like the snake. Snakes represent in tarot rebirth. You're shedding the old you. You're shedding that skin. And underneath this battered outside layer is this Queen of Cups. This feels like a new beginning all over at the place. All right, Aquarius, what is this Nine of Wands and the High Priestess? Tell me what this is. And even as the High Priestess holds this yin and yang, I feel like maybe your life you felt like is in the dark shade. It's like the dark side of the moon. You're going to that light side now. I feel like times are definitely changing for you. What is this Nine of Wands and the High Priestess? What is the Nine of Wands and the High Priestess for Aquarius? Nine of Wands and the High Priestess. What is that? Nine of Wands and the High Priestess. What is this Nine of Wands and the High Priestess for Aquarius? And the Ten of Cups reverse. Disappointment. Some of you, this could be about leaving a marriage, but I feel like this is just multiple situations across a person's life. This could be the upheaval in your upbringing, like I said. This could be marriages, relationships falling apart, disappointment. Every time you think home is where the heart is, it's like home, this isn't my home anymore. I feel like maybe you moved a lot. Maybe it just feels like change after change. Every time you feel like you're settled, then there was some type of upheaval and uprooting, but you never, I keep looking at the Queen of Cups. It's just like, you always remain steadfast. You always remain true to who you are. You didn't let the disappointments become you. You didn't let the disappointments dictate or define who you are. And most people probably would have crumbled or drowned in those emotions, but you never did. It's kind of like putting into perspective, and now, maybe you didn't have the luxury to drown in your emotions because other people depended on you. What is this Page of Pentacles reason for the reading? What is the Page of Pentacles, the reason for the reading? What is that? High Priestess again. Two High Priestesses, Cancer energy. Yeah, I really feel like this is a new start in you diving into your abilities, you listening to your intuition, you learning about this. Maybe you're reading more books. Maybe you're traveling to more holy places. I mean, because I think of the Cancer Chariot when I think of this too sometimes. They're both Cancer cards, even though it's not here, not quite yet. But maybe in the near future, maybe you will go to these holier lands, wherever, do some studying. But the High Priestess, I just feel like this is a new chapter in you exploring this side of things. What is the Queen of Cups in the past? What is the Queen of Cups in the past for Aquarius? What is the Queen of Cups in the past? And Two of Cups. This is, honestly, the Two of Cups is Cancer. Gosh, there's a lot of Cancer here. You know that? Two of Cups is connected to your higher self. I feel like you've always been connected to your higher self. You have two High Priestesses upright and a Two of Cups and a Queen of Cups. You are so intuitively and psychic. Even if I don't know if whoever I'm reading for, I don't even know if you realize how strong your abilities are. You've always been protected. You've always been watched over. Your ancestors, the angels, whoever you pray to, I feel like your soul has always been protected, but it had to go through these things. Why? One reason could be to help other people in need, to help others that tend to be a Queen of Cups reverse when bad things happen to them. So you can see their pain because you live their pain. You can't really help people if you didn't experience it. You can help people to a certain extent, but to really connect, to get a person to change, to see it, you had to walk in those shoes. I feel like this person has walked in a lot of different shoes that led to broken destinations. And it's to help other people that may not have that hand up, or that can't self-soothe or rationalize and pick themselves up. But I feel like, honestly, with this and the Two of Cups, is you've always been protected. Always been protected. And you always hoped. You knew you were loved. Even if it's by otherworldly beings. You knew you were protected and loved. What is this awakening on your mind, Aquarius? What is this awakening card? What is this awakening card? And the Seven of Pentacles. You put the time in. You put the time that it took. You did the investment. Whatever this was, you signed up before you got into your fleshy body. This was a soul contract for yourself. This is a cleansing of your soul. This is a fast track for your soul for the next life and beyond. Maybe you had to live 5 lives and within one. Maybe you chose that. Maybe God said, hey, Aquarius, listen, you kind of did some things in the past. And it might take like 3 or 4 lifetimes to make those right. But I feel you're strong enough. You definitely are spiritually, energetically, and you will be physically strong enough to take these on. And if you can complete this task, you have it much better for the next time around. And I feel like you raised your hand and you're like, let's go. Bring it on. It's a very, very strong person I'm reading for. 7 of Pentacles, you did your time. You did what was expected of you, and you earned your wings. That's just really what I'm seeing with that. You earned your wings with that awakening. Some days it probably buckled you. Some days you were on your knees. But like that snake, you shed that skin, you shed that exterior, you shed that hurt, like the Three of Swords, that facade, that crack facade. And you're like, you picked yourself up every single time, Aquarius, every single time. Empress, all 4 queens, my dear. And you're not all 4 queens unless you earn that right, and you've earned that right. Bottom of the deck. Tell me about this Three of Swords in the near future. What's this? It's telling me to shuffle. What is this Three of Swords in the near future? And I don't think Three of Swords is coming in. I think it's a knowing. Like this, it says, it's a knowing why this had to take place. You intuitively known, maybe now you know why this had to happen to you in the past. You know. And you know what you get after the Three of Swords? The Four of Swords. You get to take a breather. You get to take a time out. You get to take a vacation. Maybe you will go to some holy lands and visit some things. I think it's amazing. Three of Swords. And whatever religion you believe in. I think all religions have that. From Buddhism, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, Islam. It's all, there's certain lands. And even if it's no religion, you could be going to Sedona. That's why I went to Ireland 16 days. Because it's a very, very spiritual place. Outside of religion. Especially with all the standing stones and henges. Okay, what is the Three of Swords in the near future? What is the Three of Swords in the near future? And the Judgment reverse. You know why this had to happen to you. Judgment is very, this is major arcana, is it number 20? Almost at completion. It's amazing. We have in this deck 2 X's, 4 X's now. This is a 20 and this is a 20. I said that's like judgment. It's like basically 2 judgments here. Now that you know, you are awakening. The reason for the reading is Judgment card. You earned your wings. You know why it's happening. Near future is, I feel like it's knowing why things happen to you, why you had to repeat certain cycles, why did people treat you like that, why did you treat yourself like that, why did you have to do this. It's a lot of whys, and it's with this card, it's knowing why this had to happen. That's a major arcana. There was nothing you could do to change what has transpired thus far. There's nothing you could have done. You had to go through this to earn your wings. You had to go through this to put your time in. And I feel like now the universe is patting you on the back and saying, good job. Now you know. But now what, right? Now what? I think that's what this Page of Pentacles, it's a new beginning within you, the new version of you. You're shedding that old skin and it's a new you. Give me another card on that Three of Swords. Give me another card on that Three of Swords. One more card on the Three of Swords. Give me another card on the Three of Swords. And the Six of Wands reversed. I feel like that goes with Judgment reverse. You never got your time up on that horse. You never got that applause. You never got those accolades. You didn't. And if God forbid, if you had your moment, it was probably overshadowed quickly by somebody around you. Six of Wands reverse is, I feel like it's just knowing why this has happened. It's just more of that, more of that. Let me get another card. That's Leo energy. And it's all defining the Three of Swords. What is this 3 and 9 of Wands reverse? I love that. In the beginning, we start with, we're almost there. Now it's letting it go. You're letting this go. You're letting Judgment reverse and the 6 of Wands reverse. You're letting it go. You're not fighting for the past. Past is over. You're only in the present and thinking towards the future, looking out towards the future. I just feel like that's what this 3 of Swords is. It's knowing. It's knowing why it all had to happen. And because you know, you're letting it go, Sagittarius. You're not, I think when you know, it's amazing no matter who did what to you. Once you know the reasoning, you know, like one, hurt people, broken people, break people, you know, or I needed to go through this to earn my wings. It's like, once you got that perspective, it's amazing how, if this was a huge thing in your life, how small it will become. This is where I feel like your focus is. If you want to know the future, it's here. You have the key to this now. The key to your future, it's in your hand. Now what are you going to do with it? Where are you going to go? What are you going to explore? You climbed the mountain and you came out on the other side intact. Now what do you do? That's up to you, but I am curious. Ooh, bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands, another new beginning. And look at those mountains. You have new mountains to explore, but it's now about you. Mountains within you to explore, to see what you're made of. All right, Aquarius, that is what I have for you. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your week and take care. I'll see you next week. Take care.